Alright guys, what's up? This is another FSD 13.2.9 video. It's been a while since I posted, and I kind of say this every time, but FSD hasn't changed in a long time, so I'm less inspired to make the videos. But I figured I'd kind of hop on here. About 20 minutes left until I get to my clients, and I'm just going to chat about the Austin Robotaxi event and kind of what I think. So last night, several people, kind of the more like mainstream influencers, Chuck Cook, Dirty Tesla, Omar, several others, they all shared a screenshot of an email that they got from Tesla inviting them to participate in the Robotaxi beta event, whatever you want to call it. So what's happening is Sunday, today is Friday, so 2 days from now, on Sunday, starting at 6 a.m., these group of people will be able to go to Austin and using a dedicated Robotaxi app, call the Robotaxi. It's very cool. Like, it's happening. They're doing it. They've been, spottings of the Robotaxi driving around in Austin with a safety monitor person sitting in the passenger seat, but it is an empty driver car otherwise. So I talked about wanting to go, and I would have loved to have gotten an invite. I did not, so I won't go, which is too bad. But also, like, the flights, because they're last minute, I think flights were $1,200 when I checked, plus hotel, accommodations, like food, meal. It would have cost me about $2,000, and I can really only be away for a couple days. So if I get an invite today, I may book a last minute flight for tomorrow. But without an invite, the best I could do would kind of be like a +1 on people's drives. So, I reached out to Dirty Tesla and a few others just saying like, hey, if I did fly down, could I ride with you? And they said yes, which was very nice of them. But it would be hard for me to make enough content to have it feel worthwhile to spend the $2,000. So as it stands, I don't think I'll go. With that said, I would highly recommend checking out Chuck Cook, Sawyer Hartman, Dirty Tesla. They're all going to be there making content on Sunday, so there'll be probably some really cool stuff. Like, I'm really interested to see what insights we get from this. Yeah, so something I'm really interested to see, and it depends how much the safety monitors who are sitting in the passenger seat are willing to share with us or people as they sit in the driver's or in the back, is, are we going to get to see the version of FSD that's running? Things like that are, to me, very interesting, because is it a version 14, and is that going to be what we're eventually going to get on hardware for cars, or is it a completely separate build that will only ever exist in Austin because it's been trained so heavily in Austin? And then I'll put it up on the screen, but there's kind of like a list of fine print related to the event. So, I guess understandably, but rides can be stopped at any time due to weather. Kind of an ambiguous statement, but Austin, when you look at the forecast, it is a very sunny place. I think it would need to be torrential rain for the rides to stop, because they're operating 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. so they're already saying they can do it at night. It's just if it's like terrible rains, or like, I don't know, it doesn't snow there, but due to weather it can stop, which is interesting to see them talk about. You are allowed to photo and video it, which is great. I'm glad that they're allowing people to be transparent with their rides and talk about everything that happens. That's really good for them. And currently they're going to be using the new Model Y. So Elon even said this is the Model Y that is coming off the factory floor, like an unmodified Model Y. So if you were to buy a Model Y today, that's the same car minus a different software version of FSD that they're going to be doing Robotaxi with. I imagine, and obviously their plan for the future is to like replace that or supplement that as well with a Cybercab, but for now they'll be doing the drives with a Model Y, which is cool. And then something that I understand but I'm surprised about is, for this like early influencer group, they've said you need to have a credit card on file, so it seems like they will be charging for it. You'll have to pay, who knows what the pricing is going to be. I would assume on par with what Waymo is charging, basically. I would hope better than Uber for sure. And then just based off what Elon had said, it seems like or sounds like there'll be about 10 cars to start with. So, you know, that's subject to change. Could be way more, could be way less. But Elon had tweeted in the past that the fleet size would start at 10 and then grow from there, of course. So yeah, what do you guys think? How do you think Robotaxi in Austin is going to go? Do you foresee there being any issues? If so, I'm curious what issues will come up. Something that I don't know because I wasn't really following it closely. Like when Waymo first rolled out, they did it in a very similar fashion. They had safety drivers, but in the actual driver's seat, whereas Tesla's putting them in the passenger seat. And I think they drove around like that with passengers for quite a while. I wonder if during that period of time, like how often was the safety driver ever needing to like overtake or stop for any safety related reasons or otherwise. So it is just one of those things like, you know, the road to autonomy isn't going to be this perfect path, and there'll be a little bit, there'll be issues along the way. I just worry, and I've said it before in the past, like because it's Tesla, every little mistake, if the car, you know, speeds, if it does whatever, like everything is going to be under the microscope. So there's almost no winning on Tesla's part because it's just an impossible battle. Like Waymo makes mistakes all the time. Nobody talks about it because it's just kind of overall they do really well. So they do make mistakes and those don't get blown out of proportion. I worry that every single little mistake that Tesla makes in Austin is just going to become big time news headlines. Like even leading up to this, there was no actual date set in stone until Elon tweeted saying, I forget how he worded it, but basically he was like, you know, the 22nd in Austin is when Robotaxi starts. But prior to that, Bloomberg, I think, had said that the tentative date was June 12th with no sources at all. Like that was just them saying June 12th. So the media kind of ran with June 12th as being the date. So June 12th came and went, and Elon announced the date as the 22nd. And everybody took that as Tesla misses the Robotaxi event launch, pushes the date back again. Like there was just so much like misinformation online that if I was a person that didn't follow Tesla as closely as I did, I would say, oh wow, I can't believe Tesla is like messing up. They're already missing the Robotaxi date. They're pushing it back. There's this problem, this problem, this problem. It just does go to show you like how unfortunate it is that mainstream media will spin anything they can into FUD, as they call it, like fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And they do that in order to garnish or gain clicks, right? Like they want the attention, they want people to like go to their website and click on their headlines. It just sucks that we live in a world where like negative, biased, incorrect news bubbles to the top. I do really hate that, but yeah. I hope it goes well for them in Austin. Like I really truly think Tesla is a great company. I think FSD is incredible. Like I'm sitting here talking to you guys about how cool it is while the car is driving me. And again, I've said it before in the past, like that's incredible. Nobody else on this road right now, everybody in front of us, every car behind us, nobody else is doing this. Like it's only Tesla. And it's just something that I don't think people realize. And I don't know. I don't know if there'll be a tipping point if one day people will just wake up and say like, holy shit, like Tesla did it. Like they've solved autonomy. Or if it'll be a slow burn and it'll take quite a while to convince people. But yeah, it's really interesting being a part of it, seeing it happen. And then just one more thing I just want to quickly mention that I thought was interesting is more and more of the Grok code is being added as each software version of the car gets updated. They decompile it and look, and so there's, I'll put it on the screen, but there's like Grok code for all the different personalities that you can have. So the idea being that like when you hit this button and you just get this like command screen, that will be Grok, and Grok can be your personal assistant in the car. It can you know, help you navigate, find things, X, Y, Z. It's going to be really cool when that gets added, and I can't wait. I think that's going to be very, 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 very helpful to have language model, whatever you want to call it, in the car helping you. And then just before I got in the car, I saw online that Tesla, for the Canadians that watch this, if you purchase a Model 3 and take delivery before the 30th of June, I think it is, it's 1 year free supercharging, which, I mean, that's a crazy offer. Like no other company, EV, maybe an EV company is doing comparable, but like no gas car company is giving you 1 year of free gas. So really good offer for anybody looking to get a Tesla in Canada right now. And especially if you're somebody that doesn't have access to charge at home. Like I charge at home every night, so I really don't use a supercharger much, so that incentive wouldn't mean much to me because it'd be more of an inconvenience to go supercharge for free. But if you're using a supercharger every night anyways, and that's your plan, and you're looking at getting a new Model 3, like definitely consider picking it up in the next 10 days. That's a very great offer. I don't think I've seen them offer that in a while, not for as long as I've been like following Tesla in the last year or so. So yeah. Anyways, we are here now. The car's done a perfect job. I'll throw the little screenshot on the screen right now. It's the console matter key. It shows the drive, what percentage I did on FSD. I'm gonna guess it's about 99%, and I don't think I disengaged once. So yeah, very cool. Looking forward to Austin. Hope you guys like these shorter videos. I'm thinking maybe this is a way that I can make more regular content. Like I could talk about Tesla news while I just do my drives, because at this point FSD has gotten so good that A to B, other than parking and leaving, it's flawless. So it's kind of boring for me to talk about my drives. Whereas there's enough Tesla news coming out that if I just talk about the news while the car drives, there's at least something for you to watch while you catch up on Tesla news. So anyways, take care. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys all in the next one. Thank you so much for subscribing, for everything. We're at 1,700 subscribers, which is insane. That's a lot of people. Like in the world of people with millions of subscribers, obviously it doesn't seem that huge, but for me, like that's a lot of subscribers. And I think I have like 2,200 or 2,300 on X. So to have an audience of 4,000 people that watch and read my content it's neat. That's a lot of human beings. So thank you, each and every one of you. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend. I will probably make a video shortly after Austin talking about Austin. Ciao.